That's almost a 60-40 minus plus insurance fees. So it's probably what 36K take home.
I mean, you got tax, insurance. I had a lot of Airbnbs. The nice part about the Airbnb is the cleaning fee. You could swing that onto the people renting it on Airbnb, so they're paying that. Do they allow Airbnb in this area? Do you know?
I believe that's what it is, or it was.
Already is an Airbnb.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a play here. I would ask them. I mean, one, if they're open to seller finance. If they are, then I do a deeper dive into it. I would probably ask them for, I don't know, maybe like their payout statement from Airbnb, and then you could actually validate like how many days booked each month. You know, like a trailing 12,
Yeah.
and then come to like what it actually produced for them.
Okay.
That's what I would do. Yep. Could be something. What's up, everybody else? How you guys doing?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, Joe? We'll do a little bit of Q&A. We'll do some deal help, and then if we have enough time too, I was thinking we'll do a semi deep dive into data. I know we started to discuss that. I think yesterday, right? Spoke about that a little bit. So kind of cover a couple good lists for wholesale, creative finance, just all that good stuff. If you guys are game for that. Anybody, I guess, have any questions starting out before we really get into the deals?
Hey man, I had a question.
Yo, what's up, Xander?
I am missing a couple of the channels in the Discord. If you're able to help out with that.
Are you really?
Doesn't have to be now, but just figured I'd bring it up to you.
Let me just pull it up because a few people have been having issues. Which channels are you missing?
I'm missing the scripts, the agreements, the general Zoom, all that.
When you see resources,
Yep.
if you click on that, do more of them drop down, like the proof of funds, the contracts, all that?
No, so when I drop down resources, I have auto, buyer's network, and proof of funds.
That's weird. Anybody else missing channels?
Yeah, I had to favorite it. If you come across it, like if somebody posted it in like so what I had to do is because I was missing the weekly Zoom one because it didn't show for me in the channel, so I had to favorite it once somebody dropped it over in the general. So maybe if you could just ask everybody what they're missing, pop them over to the general, like short key them over there, and then whoever's missing them, just add those to your favorites, and they'll stay up there on the top left under your favorites on the Discord channel because I was missing the weekly Zooms.
Okay, yeah, if you guys are missing, here, I'll do this too. I'm going to show you guys the channels. If you're not seeing some of them, then do what Jason's saying. Just tag me into the general chat. But at the top, I mean, the whole like basic stuff, right? Zoom, course access, announcements, general 30-day challenge. Some of you guys might not see that, which isn't a big deal. Wins, the Q&As for wholesale creative finance, resources, more resources too. So auto leads, buyers, proof of funds, 2 contracts, creative and wholesale, scripts, repair calculator, and then all the state chats. So if you guys don't see that, just let me know which
missing the role play. Yeah, I'm missing all the voice chats.
That may have just all been made private. Gotcha. Don't worry about, nobody uses them, so don't worry about that.
I kind of wanted to maybe start one where it's more like a co-working space. I don't know.
To be honest, that's kind of what this is, but nobody used it.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, if you want it back, ping me in the general chat. I could do that later. All right. Sandra, bring this up on the next meeting I got with you, and I'll get you in there. And then everybody else, if you want to just let me know in the general chat if you guys don't see anything, and we'll get that sorted out.
Sounds good.
You too. All right, just ping me in that general chat. and I'll fix all that. Alrighty. Anybody, I guess, have any questions before we do some deals? Anything in general? Jay, I see your question, ma'am. How do you structure a rent-to-own contract? House is 80,000 and rent can go for 1350. Jay, I don't know if like you could like unmute and speak. Just give me a little more context to that. What are you stuck on as far as like the structure, like how the actual numbers should be playing out, or the contracts?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
All right, cool. Yeah, pretty much is. I know you said that you prefer having those types of deals or those type of contracts like rent to own. Yeah, I guess it's like how you would structure it, like your mindset moving forward with something like that. The house does need like a little bit of work, nothing too crazy, but yeah, somebody just offered it, so I kind of remember you talking about it. So I just wanted to see what your thoughts on that would be.
Yeah. Is it a house that like you already own?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they want to do a rent. Are you like already actively looking to sell it, or?
Not really. I was just looking to rent it out, but I'm open to the rent to own.
All right. I would say like for you, there's only like a small handful of benefits. So, one would be that you can collect a little bit more. So like if you're saying normal rent is $13.50 or like whatever, just speaking to everybody, whatever a house can like normally rent for, when you do a wrap or a rent to own, more times than not, we can get like quite a bit more than what a typical tenant would pay because you're getting that rent to own opportunity. The other upside I would say too is you get to push all the repairs onto them. So you're not getting phone calls like, hey, my toilet's leaking, or like whatever, like the roof is shot, furnace shot, like anything and everything that happens with that property, they're responsible to, let me just mute everybody. They're responsible to take care of those repairs. If they don't, then they're in default on the contract. And then I guess the last benefit, I guess, is you'll get like a chunk of money for a down payment. So I want 10 grand down, 15 grand down, whatever. But my personal opinion, like doing a rent to own, only like one of like two reasons I can kind of make sense of doing it. Either one, like there's a good chunk of money to get into the deal, and I'm like, yeah, I want to be nothing out of pocket, so great, I'll do a rent to own, that way I could pick something up. Or if a property like needs a bunch of work and I just don't want to deal with it, like say I had a rental property and then the roof was shot and then the furnace, whatever, I'm like, I don't want to put the money up to do any of that, so boom, I'll do a rent to own and push it all onto them. But like, if you don't mind playing landlord, like managing the tenant, I personally wouldn't do the rent to own, just because then you're locked in and you have that obligation to then sell it to them down the road, in the future.
Yeah. Have there been any instances where like it doesn't end up working out with the people that are say renting from you, the rent to own, and how did that play out?
I try and avoid the rent to own, so I've only done a handful of them. The 2 or 3 that I did the wraps on, only one went south because she stopped paying it. The other 2, he was 2 other guys, they were able to cash me out, so like actually go get a mortgage and pay me off.
Okay.
I feel though, like with volume of them, I feel like more times than not people do go into default, which is kind of like a nice thing for you because then you get that house back. But I mean, if you already own it, I personally wouldn't do that rent to own, because then you're, like, just keep in mind, rich people sell stuff, the wealthy sell nothing. So like that house can make you way more money than them cashing you out in just a few years if you just, okay, I'm going to hold it for a little bit longer, build that equity, refinance, hold it, refinance, and then every couple of years you're pulling money out of it. So
Bronze 4
that makes sense. I just thought it was kind of brought up to me, so and I remember you talking about it. Just wanted to ask you, your thoughts on that.
Yeah, let me ask you this too: do you have a lot of equity in the house or no?
No, it's pretty much like an agreement for deed on that property.
You got it on a agreement for deed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, but you don't have like much equity at all.
No, I kind of just got it like a couple months ago.
Okay. I would say the only way like I could make sense of like doing a wrap early is if I can get like a good chunk of money, and I know I could grow just my money a lot faster. So I don't know your situation, but if I was like tight on funds and they're like, yeah, I'll give you 10, 15, maybe 20,000 down, whatever you can get. I mean, you could probably grow that 20 much, much faster than a couple $100 a month, just
Yeah.
as like normal rental. So that
Yeah.
would be, I guess, like the other viewpoint or like justification to doing that now.
And like, do you structure the deal of like whatever the monthly rent is, like only part of it goes to the principal, or like do you do like the whole thing goes to principal? Like how do you do that?
There's really like no rules to it. So like
Yeah.
for the handful of the rent-owns that I offered, to make it seem like real appealing, it would be no interest on the deal, but it's like interest without calling it interest. What I would do is with this one woman, she pays $18.50 a month, but only $200 goes to the actual balance. So the big thing is like you could do this any way you want, but the important piece, you can kind of see my hands here, you want to be paying down your balance much faster. So the balance that you owe your seller, right? You want to make sure that you're paying down that balance much faster than the rent-own person's paying down their balance. So
Right.
and then what's going to happen is you're creating a bigger and bigger gap for when they finally do cash out. So let's say, just as an example for everybody, let's say you owe your seller $100,000, right? So like that's your total principal balance,
Mhm.
and you go and sell it to this person for 130,000, so more than what it's even worth. So you initially have that $30,000 gap. I'm acquiring it for 100, which you already have it, and then you're going to be selling it for that $130. So off rip, you have that 30K gap. But what'll happen is if you could pay down your balance faster than they're paying down theirs, you're creating a bigger and bigger gap over time. So like with my property example, it was with the rental with the woman. Like I said, she pays that $18.50 a month, but only 200 is actually coming off of her whatever she bought it for, 185. And then for me, I pay 900 something bucks a month, 875 I think is what it is, and that 875 has no interest, so 875 is coming off my balance. So 875 every month comes off of my balance, 200 comes off of her balance. So not only do we have that initial gap from what I acquired it for to what I sold it for, but over time I'm paying down my balance faster than she's paying down hers, creating a much bigger gap, leading to a bigger payoff when they do finally cash you out.
Yeah.
You follow me with that?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And do you vet them the same way as you would with just a regular tenant, or you have some leeway with that since maybe they don't have like good enough credit? Maybe that's why they want to do the rent to own.
Yeah, that's a good question too. So the only rent to owns, the most recent one, so the house was like in really, really bad shape. It's a good, like, in my opinion, 30, 40 G's. Livable, but not up to date. There's not even like insulation in the house. There's like a cabin, summer cabin. So I didn't want to do any of the work. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to offer a rent to own. And so when it's when I'm looking at doing a rent to own to be able to acquire a deal, then I'm really not looking for like anything other than like, can you give me that chunk of money? And then obviously like whoever fits the best. But I don't care about like your credit score. I don't care about your job history, tax returns, or any of that stuff like I would with a normal tenant, because my intention is just to get in the deal. If they default, that's perfect for me, because I would rather have a normal tenant and have no obligation to sell the house than do a rent to own with somebody and then have that obligation like, yo, I have to now sell it to these people. So
Yeah.
I just want to get in the deal. Like whoever can give me the chunk of money I need to get me in the deal gets the house. If you default, that's exactly what I want. Obviously it's not great for them, but it gets me the deal and it allows for me to keep the house.
Yeah,
Right?
I got you.
But in your situation, if it's like, yo, I really want this person to cash me out down the road, then I would, it's different intent. So I would really qualify them. I'd be looking for like the credit, the job history, are they making 3 times the amount of what it normally costs for rent? I would qualify them just like a normal tenant if you really do want them to cash you out down the road.
Okay, that makes sense. And you mentioned something about like if there's work needed on the house, you could put that on the contract as well, like that.
Yeah, that's
they would have to do the repairs kind of thing.
All of it. And the other cool part too is like you can set deadlines for it. So like, say you're picking up a property and we know the roof's coming due. Like, dude, there's maybe like a year left. So when I do the rent to own, it could be structured like, hey, within the first 6 months of this agreement, you have to go fix that roof, or whatever it is. And if they neglect any of those repairs, then they're in default.
Okay. So it's important to put all that in the contract.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I Jay, like what I think it comes down for you, man, is just what can I get for a down payment, and can I grow that money faster?
Yeah.
Just holding on to this property, renting it out, and trying to build some equity over the years.
100%. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh.
All right, cool. If I have any other questions, I can I guess message you on Discord or something.
Yeah, ping me in the general chat. I got you.
Awesome, man.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Definitely. All righty. Anybody else have any questions before we start doing some deals? Nothing? All right, that's cool. Let's do some deals. If you guys do have any questions, just interrupt me. All right, Jason, what's up with this one? Oh, I've seen this house. I think I got you this house, right?
We were talking. No, you didn't, but we both found it. I didn't. You found that, I think, on TikTok, and I found it just on my own. But anyways, I sent over the LOI, and she hasn't really said too much about it.
Like any response or?
No, not nothing really. I think I called her like a couple times after that, and still kind of nothing.
Okay, and what was that?
I'd have to check my email.
Like this week or?
No, this is the beginning of the week, so it'll be sometime last week. It's the last time I touched base with her.
Alrighty. You want me to just give her a call
Yeah.
to follow up? All right, let's do it. Did I give this to you from TikTok or?
No, like I said, we both
Totally
found it. Like
found it.
I found it, but I didn't know that that's what you found. And then, so she said she's gonna get back to you, and I said yeah, because I hit her up earlier that day, and then she got back to me because you said online like you're waiting for her to get back to you, but she's going back to the office. She texted me the same thing like a little bit before you, and she called me back before I think she got to you.
What was the deal with her? Like, was she cool?
No, she's not really too cool about it.
Okay. Where we leave off, like, was it like one of those like send me an email with some info and I'll bring it to the seller or something?
Yeah, that's pretty much. I pretty much said her.
Okay.
LOI.
All right, let's see if we can get her. It's like she picked up, but she wasn't talking. Try her again. Hey, man, this is Eric. We spoke just the other week about that short sale on Town Lake Road, Town Lake Boulevard. Yeah, me and my partner Jason, we sent you over the email, kind of explaining how it all worked. I just wanted to see if you had time to review that with your sellers.
I did. He's a little nervous to do something like that. I am requesting his updated payoff and going over some of that stuff. And then I've got another agent that has done some subject twos, and so I'm chit-chatting with her, and then I'll get back with him and see if it's something he wants to pursue.
All righty. Just out of curiosity, what's been the biggest concern for him?
Well, it still being in his name is a concern.
Okay. I mean, it's in his name now. He's in default now, so it can't get much worse than his current situation. If we bring it current, and it's only going to be a good thing for him.
We do have buyers that are interested, and so he's hoping to be able to do a short sale and settle the debt, and then that way it's totally off of him, and he's not having to worry about it still.
Is he aware though he's wrecking his credit by doing the short sale?
He's not wrecking his credit.
How not?
he will definitely take a hit in the sense that he's had late payments.
Mm-hmm.
But when he does the short sale, he can recover from that in about 18 months.
It's a long time. I mean, that's a 150 point hit on his credit. Well, I mean, we could save his credit.
In 18 months, a year, typically it's 12 months from the last late payment that he can then recover. If in that year he's building his credit in other ways, he can continue to get back on the right path in a year.
Yeah. I'd love to see if we could just save his credit now and then get him money in his pocket. You know,
Well, I mean, it's still whether you actually, if he wants to do it, I will support him. But I have for the best interest of my client as well, and as well as give him all advice and opinions that he's asking for. And I totally get what you're after. I respect that. But either way, whether you catch his payments up today, he's still a year out. And it's still whether, I mean, he's still taking a hit. The hit's already been there with late payments.
But the other thing too is the money in his pocket. I mean, if we can get him 10 grand in his pocket, I'm sure he'd love that.
I can understand that too. So, I do have a client that's interested in doing the short sale, and we are looking at, once we get the payoff, then we're able to really divide what payment, which direction he can go with that. And if it is entertaining your offer, then by all means, I will get with you and see what y'all can offer on the deal.
Okay. Did you like already discuss all this with him?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. When should I reach back out to you?
Give me a shout maybe towards the end of the week.
All right. I'll do that. I appreciate it.
Alrighty.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. Let's see if we can just skip trace this. Hold on. That ain't gonna work. Jason, if you want to, she's not gonna pursue this deal. So what I would say is bring this up on Thursday. We'll do the follow up, and then I'll be out of this auto leads like free trial, so I could actually use the skip traces, and then I'll skip trace that and call that for you. Call the owner.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. If anybody needs like any bulk skipping, just shoot me a list. I'm usually about 6 cents or so. You're gonna get a lot of wrecks with me, but if you want to know more, just hit me up at Discord. I don't waste too much time in here.
Sweet, appreciate that. Alrighty, Joe, we got yours on Ashford Court.
Yes, that house is been in contact with the realtor, and it's a 5-bed, 5-bath. The seller's open to discussing creative financing, but they need $250,000
Is this the house right here?
to clear the liens. Should be 22605 East Ashford. Yeah, that's correct. It's been on market for 400-ish days or so, or not 400-ish days. It's lost. It's dropped 183,000 in the 421 days, but it looks to be pretty good.
Would you just say though they have 200-something thousand in liens they got to clear?
Yes, and I was going to ask you more about that. I remember you saying that in another Zoom that it's going to be kind of tight or hard to do anything with a lien potentially.
No, I mean not necessarily, because we could do subject to, right? So we could take over the lien. Do you know what the lien is?
I do not know. I was going to ask him that earlier before I got on here. I have the report summary. Everything pretty much checks out. There just needs some work on the ground and exterior, and the kitchen and electrical, and I would probably do 20% on that for.
And what are you thinking about doing on this one?
Not if there's any equity in the house, maybe potentially to do a subject to or seller finance, maybe to, if I can't do anything with it, maybe try to wholesale it to an investor or potentially live in it, maybe.
All right. They've been trying to sell this thing for over a year, so they're high. What do you want me to do on this?
I'm thinking,
You want me to just like call them, try and feel them out a little more?
yeah, that's fine. The owners are at a care nursing home, and they're at a different or an assisted living right now. But
All right. And when you spoke to the agent, what was the convo? Like, did you guys discuss any creative finance or no?
the reason not, they were open to discussing creative finance, but they just need the 250K to clear the lien, and they were open to some sort of a short-term seller financing. I don't know if that's anything similar to.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give him a ring then. And then who do you speak to?
Stu.
Stu. Okay. Was that today?
All right, I've just been in email with him. I've just been contacting back and forth through email.
Hello, Stu.
Hey Stu, my name's Eric. You were emailing back and forth with my partner Joe about that house on East Ashford Court. I wanted to give you a ring, just get a little more details and see if we could maybe do something here.
Okay.
I was curious, I could ask Joe this. Obviously, the house is going to need some updates. Is there anything like crazy going on that we can't see in the photos?
Not really. There is some concrete work. The driveway sunk a little bit right there where it goes into the garage. A couple inches needs to be poly jacked up or mud jacked up. And the back patios got some cracks in it and probably needs to have something done to it. The main issues that I see with the house, the updating on the interior, the downspouts off the roof need to be pushed out farther. They pretty much drop water right there at the foundation, which is never good. Overall, the bones of the house are good. They are. It's just that it's built 1988 and it looks like it.
Yeah.
It does have 2 air conditioners on HVAC. One of the air conditioners is not working. They had a repairman out there. He says, "Stu, it's not repairable." So one air conditioner would have to be replaced. Roof is in good shape. They tell me, and I'm getting this secondhand, it's about 10 to 15 years old. It's got presidential presidential shingles on it, which is pretty high dollar shingle. The overall, the house is in good shape. We put 8 new windows in it. And some new carpeting down in the basement.
All right. Is the basement
Finished.
is that getting any water in it?
It's got a very tiny leak. When we had those couple of monsoon rains, I was over there and I noticed a little drip in the basement corner. It's in a not finished area, but it's where a downspout drops water. So, but no, I would say no, it doesn't leak.
All righty. That's good. And then Joe was telling me they had some lien that's got to get paid off, like 200-something thousand.
Well, it does have a mortgage on it, and one of the sons lent some money to the parents, and so he put a second on it. So that's where the liens come in.
It's around like 200,000.
I think it's more like 240 total.
Okay. All right. And then they're open to doing some sort of seller finance on this.
Here's what they've talked about, and they're talking to another firm who's looking at it right now. Obviously they need hard dollars in order to take out the mortgage and the other lien on the property. So they need about $250,000 there. And then after that, they're willing to finance a certain percentage of, whether it be the work, to update it, etc. He is willing to talk about doing some seller financing on the rest of it, but they would need some hard dollars put into it. And I don't know, how you guys operate. If let's go in, spend a month or two, get it all fixed up, and put it back on the market and sell it. It's probably a 650 house. If it was updated, and that's not going over the top. I mean, you could spend a fortune on updates if you want, but you're probably, you're looking at probably 150K to totally update it, is my guess. I'm not in that business, but that's my guess.
Yeah, right up in there. All right. How much do they want to put it like in their pocket?
They'd like to get 475.
I mean, like with the seller finance to, get them to do it. Like how much in their pocket after the mortgage, closing, commission? Have they discussed that at all?
Well, it just depends on how we would work it out. Whether we're splitting profits when it's ultimately sold, or if they get.
You speak innovation right now. That could be a wholesale deal. We'll take a fee on it. Let's see what we could do.
They would like to
Interesting.
somewhere in that 475 range out of it.
Okay. The biggest struggle is like, if it's worth 650 all fixed up, and we got to put at least $150 into it. Yeah, I mean,
Not much spread.
We'd be losing money.
Yeah.
What's been
have you guys been over and looked at it?
Not in person, just these photos.
Oh, okay.
What's been like the biggest snag with being so high on that price?
We've had multiple offers. And the offers come in anywhere low of 425. The highest one that I've had is 490. And it's in a trust, and we've got two different families. So the biggest problem is getting the family to all agree to sell it at a certain price and terms.
Gotcha. Is that the only house in the trust? Only asset?
No, they had a couple others that they've disposed of already.
Okay. Yeah, this one's tough. I mean, what I'm thinking on this deal, I mean, fix and flip's definitely off the table. So if we do something creative, they'd have to hold this for, do some seller finance for a few years to pay down that balance and then get enough equity to do something with it. If the sticking point is like they really want that magic number, we can give them the 510, but it would have to be on some good terms. What I'm thinking is, that 250 to pay that mortgage off for 250, pay closing costs, commission, and then hold it for several years is just not going to make sense. That return's not there. So if they were open to allowing for me to take over the mortgage and then seller finance the equity, that could be an option.
Yeah, I don't know that I haven't talked to them about that. I haven't had that particular type of structure. And I don't know if that mortgage is assumable, to where it's taken over by a third party. So
it'd be a little different. So I do creative finance is kind of like my specialty. So so I would be buying it what's called subject to the existing debt, and so that's just a way of taking over debt without jumping through hoops with the bank. So there's no bank approval, and it's a little different than an assumption.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, one of the principals is an attorney here in Kansas City, and he would certainly be involved with it. All right, as far as documentation structure, and he is amenable to talking it through and seeing if there's something they could do. So, if you want to work up, and I'm not saying a book or anything, but just in a nutshell, the type of structure that you're looking at, I'll certainly get it to him, and then maybe we can get on a call.
All right. Yeah. Joe, he's got your email, so what I'll do is I'll get with him and we'll shoot some options over to you guys.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Cool. All right, I appreciate that, Stu. We'll be in touch soon. Thank you.
Very good.
Joe, could you put your number in the chat? I'll make it easy. I'll just text a couple things over to you.
Sure. Thank you. That was a long call there, but you're going to bring up Novation. What potentially?
Situation's perfect. Novation's not going to work though, because even if you partner with them or if anybody partner with them, they pick it up at the 510. All that means is, like, to simplify the whole Novation, like, seller, we agree to give you the 510. I'm going to come in, I'm going to do the rehab. When it sells, then I'll cash you out and give you that money. But the numbers are too tight, 550. Like he's saying, $150 going into it. I mean, you literally lose money after closing costs, commission, all that. So what's nice about this deal is it's livable. So if we can get this, I think there's a shot to pull off a no money down deal. This goes back to what I was telling you yesterday too, right? So, like, situation's going to be huge with the no money down deals, but stuff that's outdated. I can't give you a down payment. The house needs 150,000 in updates. Okay, yeah, I understand that, and they're out of it. That's the other thing I was telling you too. This is a perfect example. This hits everything I was talking about yesterday. It's an absentee owner as well, right? So they own it, but they don't live in the house, so they don't need money to move. So it's like, hey, let's just take over the debt. We'll work out some terms on the seller finance, and that's it. The only thing we'd have to think about is getting the agent's commission paid. But at a 510 purchase, and then we do a wrap on that, that should be pretty easy to find. Where's the hiccup in this deal, though?
What are you thinking for your end buyer? There's my hiccup. If someone wants a $500,000 1970s decor house.
Yeah, could be a hiccup too. It's not. I like that it's not falling apart. That's kind of the nice part about it. It would really depend on the terms. So I think somebody would pick this up if the terms are good for them. So if, like, we can get into this deal, say, like, at like a max of $30K between I mean, probably just do an agreement for D with this attorney in the mix. So you're only going to have commission. Say, like, you're 30 all in, if it's even. Let's see how high it'd actually be. Say you knocked into 15, 20 grand, say, in commission, somewhere up in there. So if we can get this deal with that little of terms, then you could find somebody literally just with that 15 or 20. So they're in the deal with less than 5%? If we find somebody to give us 20,000, and let's say we turn around, we sell it for 540 to them on a wrap, yeah, it's 3% down. So they'll say, hey, we don't care about your credit, 3% down, move right in, house needs updates. But the other thing that'll make it, so two things, I guess, Steve, that makes the deal sweet for the end person. One, the entry's super little, so like less than 5% all in to pick it up. And then if we could also get like a long balloon. So if I could try and get like a 10-year balloon with the seller, they will offer out maybe like an 8-year balloon with that rent-to-own person. So they're like, wow, I have 8, I give them 3% say down, no money at all. It's move-in ready. I get this big house and I have 8 years to kind of like get my life together, get the proof of whatever they're missing to actually qualify for a loan. They have plenty of time to try and figure all that out. And then obviously the appreciation too for them. So I'd say if we can get good terms on our end on the purchase, then it should be pretty easy to dispo. But the snag that I see is potentially the cash flow, if we're going to be able to cash flow. Because if you think about it, there's already 2 pieces of debt. You got the son and then the actual bank. But then the third piece is going to be the seller finance, that payment to them. So it comes down to, I guess, like how much are those existing 2 payments, and then what can we actually pay the seller a month? And will they be able to make sense of that? If we come to them, we're like, we can only pay you $400 a month. That might be like, they might just say no. Especially if there's like if there's multiple people in the mix, part of that trust. beneficiaries, if you will. They might be like, I don't want $100. Let's just lower the price.
Yeah, the PIT, I would get out of control. 4,500 square foot house will be $1,000 a month in utilities.
Yeah, that too. So, the situation's ideal, like kind of what's going on with these people. Been on market for a while. They're older, they moved out, whatever. But it's these other factors that kind of make it a little tricky. Could be hit or miss.
Sure.
But ideal situation.
I had one other random question. This is about a different property. I was contacting with the realtor. So the guy is interested in doing a creative finance if he can get his full proceed at closing. Potentially, that would be like $100,000. So I don't know if that would even be a deal.
Wait, say that again.
The seller is wanting to do creative finance if his full proceeds are received at closing.
Like immediately? So it sounds like.
I believe so. Yes. Yeah. It's an 8 out of 10 rating home. It's.
What I'm confused on is then there's some miscommunication somewhere in here, because if he's seller financing, then he's not getting the full proceeds.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it would just be an outright sale at that point. But if he's talking about getting all the proceeds like years down the road when the balloon's up, then yes, that would just be standard.
Okay. I think it's. I don't.
You could text him or email him, Joe, and just be like, do you mean getting your full proceeds years down the road at the end of the balloon, or immediately? If he says immediately, then there's no deal.
Okay.
Or you gotta re-explain your idea of seller finance to him.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. You got some good stuff in the works.
I've been grinding it out. I gotta be honest. I've probably texted over 100 realtors the past 2 days. Just
I love it.
their email and then sending in a pitch and then seeing who's gonna buy it. But, yeah,
Dude, I love that.
Thank you.
We're getting close to a deal then. So yeah, keep me posted on this.
I have a question.
Yo, what's up, Ace?
So usually, off market deals or like a wholesale, you get a contract with the seller. But when it's on market and the realtor wants to send you a contract and there's no there's no assignment clause on there, how do I do that?
That's a good question. I was just talking to Ryan about that just the other day.
And before you even touch that with the Discord, if they go on top where it says A1HQ, there's a drop down. On that drop down, there's a box that it says show all channels. You click it and all their channels will appear.
At the top, right? Where it says A1HQ?
Yep, there's a drop down right there, and then see there's a box that it says all channels. Show all channels.
All right, I appreciate that. Whoever's not seeing channels and anybody else,
Show them everything.
That
Yeah,
fixed
try
it
that.
for me.
that did it.
Yeah, that did it for me.
All right, sweet, cool. And Dom, I think you're the other one that had the issue, so try that too. If not, ping me in the chat. All right, so
Yeah, because I got, remember that's what I was gonna talk to you about, but whatever. That house that we looked at, that it looked like a good deal at 150. Well, I got them to agree to 161 because I think there's still room there. Like, I was even talking to Terrell about it. But so she's like writing me now, trying to send me the contract. And I'm like, if she sends me the contract, I'm not signing this shit. Like,
Well, all right, here, let's dive into it. So, like, anytime you guys are doing like all market stuff, you're always going to be using like the state contract, and the agent, they're going to be the ones to send it. So, like, our purchase contract is never really ever going to be used when there's an agent in the mix, representing the seller at least. And so with the state contracts, I don't know if it's every state, it might be, but they're all by default not assignable, right? And so obviously you have a couple other options. Like when there's a contract and it's not assignable, two other options. One, you could double close the deal, right? And let's spend a little bit of time on this since we got time. Anybody need me to explain the double close or just how that kind of plays out? Are we all good with that?
They're probably good with it, but I guess the issue
Briefly.
there will be a transactional lender.
Yeah, I'm going to talk through this. We'll spend a few minutes here. This is a good convo. Here, I'm going to explain this to you guys. So first option, double close, right? Or just another alternative. So when it comes to a double close, just think of it as two separate transactions, right? So we have the initial purchase contract from A to B, right? So the seller's A and you're B. You're the actual buyer on this contract, right? We all see this, understand that? Normal contract, seller's the seller. I'm listed as the end buyer for a typical wholesale deal. And instead of assigning the deal to the buyer, right, saying, buyer, you're going to take over for my contract with the seller, it's going to be two transactions, one transaction here and a second transaction over here. And with this second transaction, you're going to be the one listed as the seller, and your end buyer, they're going to be listed as the buyer. So instead of this being an assignment contract, this is just another purchase contract. But on this purchase contract, again, you're the seller and your end buyer is the actual end buyer. So it's A to B, seller to you as the end buyer, and then you are now selling it to your end buyer. Does that make sense? So you purchased it with this contract, you're actually buying the home, and then you're immediately reselling the home to your end buyer. So instead of this being an assignment, it's another purchase contract. Before I go a little bit deeper on this, any questions on this? Does that make sense for everybody? If not, now is the time to speak up. We're all good? All right, sweet. So, to go a little deeper with the double close real quick. So obviously we're going to need money to be able to buy the home, right? We're buying it here, and then we're immediately, minutes later, it all happens at the same time. We buy it, and then we sell it. So we actually took deed and then sold it. We bought the home and then sold it. And so when you're buying a home, obviously you need money to buy it. So depending on the state, the title company will allow for you to use the B2C funds. So your funds that your buyer put into the title company's escrow account to close out your transaction, you selling it to them. Depending on the state, they'll allow for you to use these funds to cover your purchase on the A to B. Does that make sense? So let's say I got this house under contract for $100,000, and then I'm selling it to my end buyer, say for $120,000, right? So my buyer, he puts that $20,000 in the escrow account with the title company. They got his 120, and they'll allow for the 120 to cover my purchase of 100. Does this all make sense? Anybody have any questions on this?
Deal.
Yeah, it's just they'll allow for you to use the buyer's funds to close out A to B, and then boom, immediately B to C closes out too. It all happens at the same time. Like everybody's sitting at the closing table, and it's just like, all right, here's your paperwork, and it's just like it's all at the exact same moment. But when you actually look at the record, it shows that you bought it, and then immediately the same day you sold that piece of real estate. And obviously you got a spread, right? You bought it for 100 on paper, and then you sold it for 120. What kind of haircut do you take because of the second close? Now, all right, so double close is like my least favorite. The only benefit I see, I guess maybe two things. One, nobody sees what you actually make. So the seller has no idea how much you're actually selling it for. And your buyer, he doesn't actually know how much you're making either, because he doesn't know what you bought it for. Right, so like your fee is completely hidden. Nobody's going to know it. The downside to the whole piece, though, is because you're buying and then selling, you have two sets of closing costs, right? So I got closing costs when I buy it, but then I also got closing costs when I sell it. And depending on the state that you're in, you might also have a 1% transfer tax on both purchases as well. So I bought this for 100, that's another $1,000 coming out. Sold it for 120, that's another $1,200 coming out. So I got $2,200 coming out of my spread, right? I have this 20K spread, buying it for 100, selling it for 120. It's 20 off rip. But after two sets of closing costs, after potential transfer tax, right? Whatever, you're only left with X amount. Look into it on the state. I'd say that your closing costs anywhere from like 2 to 4%, somewhere right up in there. So it's going to eat up the fee quite a bit. So that's really why I don't like double close. It's kind of like worst case scenario. Before we go on to the next strategy here, anybody else have any questions on this? I guess anything pertaining to double close.
And then if they don't let you use the B2C money, then you need a transactional lender. So that's going to be more off your 20K.
I almost forgot that too. Yeah, so if the state doesn't allow for you to use the B2C funds to close out the A to B, then you're going to have to show up with the money. So that's you coming out of pocket, showing with the 100. But most people that double close, they'll use a transactional lender. There's a few in the group. A transactional lender that's not like a normal lender, like, oh, I got to go get a loan and qualify and all this stuff, because they're putting money into the escrow account and the same day it's coming back to that lender. They're not actually lending it out for more than a few hours, right? And so a lender will charge anywhere, transactional lender, they'll charge anywhere from 1 to 3% is what I've seen. They're going to be on the higher side, closer to that 3%. I'd say if you're like, it depends who you're speaking to, but like say under $100,000, on the purchase. So the more money they lend, the less of a fee it's going to be. If I'm buying if I got to lend you $50,000 to double close your single family, it's not going to be I'm not doing all this work for $500. As far as doing the wire and just making sure everything's right, it's just not worth the time. So you're going to be on the higher end. The cheaper the property is, the less money you need, the more they're going to charge. So 1 to 3% is pretty standard. There's a few in the group, your cash buyers, I guarantee almost all of them, if they're actually liquid, they'll do transactional lending too. So there's no qualifications as long as it's all set up right. Somebody's going to give you the money. All right. Any other questions on the double close? All making sense? Alrighty. Let's all right, we'll talk one more strategy, then I'll go into the assignment piece, how to actually overcome that. But it's good for you guys to know this stuff just as like backups kind of. So the other piece would be to, if they're like, yeah, we're not going to do assignments, whatever, then you're going to contract the property in a trust. And don't get scared by a trust. It's nothing. You guys all have access to it in the Discord. You download it. There's videos how to fill it out. Super, super easy. Brief explanation of a trust is just think of a piece of paper that specifies who controls something and who receives the benefits from something. And so on a trust doc, you're looking at two things, two parties, I guess, if you will. So one's going to be the trustee. The trustee is the one that calls the shots. I control what happens with what. And then you have the beneficiary. The beneficiary, they're the ones to receive the benefits, right? So Eric Schmidt could be the trustee of a trust, and Ryan, he could be a beneficiary of a trust. And let's say the house is in a trust, right? So I get to call the shots as the trustee. I get to say, yo, I'm putting it on the MLS. We're going to list it for $250. Negotiate that offer to this, counter that offer at that. These are the terms I want. I'll sign the contract to actually sell the home. But when closing actually takes place and checks are handed out, Ryan's the beneficiary. So he receives the benefits. He would be the one to get the proceeds. Right, so trustee controls, beneficiary reaps the benefits. The same person or entity, if you will, like it could be an LLC. It could be both trustee and beneficiary. So like on my trust, I'm the trustee, so I'm calling the shots, but I'm also the beneficiary. So when it sells, I'm getting the money, right? So what you'd be looking to do is contract the house, right? They're not allowing assignments. You can't assign the house, and we don't want to double close it because we don't want to pay the fees. So you can contract the house in a trust. So the buyer is literally the 123 Main Street Trust, say that. And then instead of assigning the purchase contract for that home, you're assigning your rights as the trustee and the beneficiary to your end buyer. So I'm not assigning the rights to my contract. I'm assigning my rights to the trust. And that trust is the one that has the rights to that contract. They're the ones listed as that buyer. Does that make sense? You guys follow me with that?
Yeah.
Any questions at all? Because I know that could be a little confusing.
So with the trustee and how they have rights listed as the buyer, so they receive the trust and they have the beneficiary, like you said, and then they can contract that home into a trust. So then they would be able to, if they wanted to sell the home, they would have that into a trust, and then they could list it with a buyer. Or
You want me to kind of run this back just a little bit?
if you don't mind, yeah.
Yeah, I got you. It's definitely like it took me a little bit to wrap my head around a lot of this stuff.
From the beginning, though. From the beginning.
You want me to go from the beginning?
Yeah, like why did we even get this trust?
Well, so if the contract is not assignable and we don't want to double close the deal. So that's the whole like reason we'd be doing this in the first place. So we're in contract to buy a house. We can't assign it. We don't want to double close it. So we could just put it in a trust. Remember, a trust is just a legal document. It specifies who controls an asset, who receives the benefits. It's literally just a piece of paper saying Ace gets to call the shots and he gets the benefits from whatever's going on in there. And so all we're doing is instead of assigning our rights on the purchase contract for the home, we're assigning our rights to the trust for a fee. So Ace, I'm going to assign my rights to you for of this trust for a fee of $10,000. Now you become the trustee and the beneficiary of the trust, and that trust is the one that's actually in contract on that purchase and sale agreement.
Okay.
Do you follow it?
I got that now, yeah. But then now when I go to, let's say, wholesale it, then I could assign the trust.
That's exactly what you would do. So if you contracted the property, hey, real estate agent, we're going to buy it in a trust. They're like, okay, what's the name of the trust? We always name the trust after the property. So if I'm buying 123 Main Street, doing a wholesale deal, the buyer on the contract is going to read the 123 Main Street Trust. That's who's the buyer. And that trust document from the jump, it says that I'm the trustee, I'm the beneficiary, I'm the one that controls this trust, right? But then I'm going to go assign my rights of that trust to my end buyer. So now my buyer has the control of that trust. And again, that trust is the one in contract on that deal.
Got it.
Does that make sense? I know they could be a little like, huh?
So just with this little piece of paper.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah. You guys all have, the only downside to like a trust is you got to get it notarized, which means you're gonna have to print it out unless you do like an online notary. You could do it for free if you just like walk into your bank, or if you walk into like a UPS store, they'll charge like $20, something like that, maybe $10. What about a land trust? That's exactly what we use, Nate. Yeah, land trust, and that is it's in one of the contract channels in the Discord if you guys want to download that. And it's in the original course where I go over how to fill all that out.
Yeah, I already downloaded the contract just now from Discord.
But here, this thing, anybody, I guess, before we go back into the assignment piece, anybody have any questions like on this so far? And if anybody's lost, I wouldn't freak out about it.
You would say this is like a backup?
This is like super backup. To be honest with you, I technically didn't even have to do this. I almost had to do this. I think it was like yesterday for somebody in the group, but it doesn't look like we have to. So this is just like additional knowledge. I doubt any of you guys will end up in this situation often or ever.
Yeah, like other than like an agreement for deed, this would be the backup for it?
Well, this is if you want to do an assignment and you don't want to double close the deal, and they're not allowing for you to assign the deal. So they're like, no, we're not doing assignments, and they don't want you to double close, or you just don't want to double close it.
So everybody understands, it's the backup for the assignment.
Hmm.
It's like they say, like you want to back up with the backup. So when the backup backs up, the backup can back up the backup.
Yeah, kind of. I would say the order is like trying to sign the deal right, just nice, easy, clean. If that doesn't work, then you would do the trust. Trust is like 100% going to work, but if for whatever reason it didn't, then go ahead and double close the deal.
Sweet, bro. Awesome. Thanks.
So on a regular wholesale that you can assign, you put a certain amount of days for inspection. So within those days, you can cancel anytime. If you don't find the buyer, how do you cancel the trust?
Well, you don't have to. You only have to cancel the contract, the purchase contract.
Got it. Because
Right.
the lady's only trying to give me like 5 days.
There's a shot we can pull that off. I've done plenty of like 1 days or same day EMD.
Yeah, I'm like, and she's like pushing for me to sign the contract, and I'm trying to take my time a little bit.
All right, so here's the thing, though. So let's discuss this a little further. For those of you guys working with the real estate agents, like I said in the beginning, they don't allow. I think almost every state. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the state contracts all specify by default that they're not assignable, right? And so obviously you go the trust route and do all that, but my preference, kind of like my go-to, is bring up the assignment late in the game, and it is, I don't think it's ever failed me once, to be honest with you, and I've done a lot of these. So basically we go into contract, the deal is not assignable, we never spoke about assignments, like nothing, like it's just, that's not something that's going to be getting brought up in a convo. So once we find a buyer, we shopped it out, we're a few days into contract, and I finally got that buyer that's like, yo, Eric, bro, I'll take it. I want the house. What I'll then do is contact the listing agent, and I tell them, hey, we're still good. Everything's good. We're ready to do the deal. We're ready to put EMD down. It's really important how you kind of play this up. You want to really make it sound like, yo, this deal's it's done. Like, it's good. We're good to go. We're ready to put money down. And so they're going to be like on the high, like, all right, sweet, this actually going through. But then we tell them, like, look, everything's good. We're going to put EMD down today. But my partner, we want to put it in his name. Can you write an addendum stating that I can assign the contract to him? And more times than not, as long as you play it right up to that, it's just everything's gonna be fine. An addendum is just any change to a purchase contract. So just think of a piece of paper that says the contract that A1 Assets has with John Smith to buy the house at 123 Main Street, and then it'll specify the changes. Buyer may assign the contract, and it's just a piece of paper specifying any changes to an agreement, right? So that addendum is just going to specify the change that, hey, that contract is now assignable. The buyer can assign that deal over to him, and then boom, you just do a normal assignment. And so you just have to play the cards right. So don't bring up anything. Just treat it like a normal deal. And then once you have that buyer, then have that conversation. Hey, everything's good. We're good to go. Good to close on time. We're good to, the big thing is good to put the EMD down, because that's what secures the deal, right? That's like, that almost, I don't want to say like completely makes it final because it's not closed yet, but that brings that just, for maybe like a lack of better terms, it raises a lot more certainty just with everybody that the deal is actually going to go through. Like, buyer saying he's ready to put down the non-refundable deposit. Like, dude, this one's, it's in the bag unless there's some big hiccup. And so if you kind of play it up to like that, leading up to the big question, they'll be on that high, like, oh, sweet, the deal's actually going through. And then you drop it on them. Yeah, we just want to put it in his name, my partner's name. Can you write it, send me an addendum that we can assign it to him, and we'll get that, and then wrap it up again. That way we can get the EMD down today, or, tomorrow the latest. And they'll just be so excited that the deal is like literally getting stamped, like, yo, it's actually going to happen, that they'll, okay, yeah, absolutely, I'll send that over, and you'll have it over like probably faster than you had the first contract. Like within minutes they'll get that over to you, and then boom, you swing it in. I'll say this, and then I'll answer any questions you guys have on this. The only time I've ever experienced a hiccup, very few times, but it's somewhere along the lines of them coming back and they're like, how about instead of, maybe they're a little skeptical or whatever, so like, instead of an assignment, can we just write an addendum and then stating his name that he's going to pay you? And then that's where it can get like a little funny because we really do want that assignment piece. If they were to say something like that, then just fall back onto the trust. Yeah, not a problem. I'm going to put it in this trust. The trust name is blah, 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 blah. And then boom, like you're still smooth sailing. No hiccups at all. So Ace, my recommendation, like I just said, contract the deal without it being assignable, and then bring up the assignment once we find that buyer, and then it'll all be fine.
Got it. Yeah, Terrell's working on a buyer now.
Yeah, because what'll happen is, I'm sure some of you guys experience this. If you bring up like, "Hey, I want the contract to be assignable," before you're in contract and you're specifying the terms, it's just going to be massive red flag. We got a wholesaler, and they're not going to want to do the deal, right?
So, what page would it be to show that it's non-assignable or by default not assignable?
Every state contract's going to be different. I feel like I always see them on like the second or last page.
I'm looking at the last one that I just did, and I didn't see it on the first 4 pages. I'll go to the last. Thanks.
Sean, is that a state contract?
Actually, no. I think it's a mortgage contract because it's through the mortgage company that we got it. So I guess it's not a state contract.
I could be wrong, but I really do think it's almost every state contract that that says they're not assignable. Jason, I see in the chat. So the current options are assignment, no cost, trust, notary fees, double close, transfer fee. Transfer fee, again, that depends on the state. Not every state has that. But yeah, everything you said in there is correct. Mm-hmm. If a deal is good, step 2 is yeah, absolutely. Yep. So that's always been my go-to with the assignments. Anybody, I guess, have any questions on like any of this? Does that all make sense? Okay. Let's we got a little bit of time left. Let's do deals that you guys are already working. You guys need help. And then if we got enough time, we'll cover data super fast too. We could talk about that. Melanie, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I just actually have a question about this. This is an investor that bought it for like 160. It's like 159, and he's in it at like 180 right now. Because I was gonna offer like lower than that, and I'm just wondering, do you think it's even worth it at that point? Because he has a partner, so he's trying to like, I guess, either make something out of it.
Oh, they just bought it too.
Literally, and he said, I asked him why he was selling it. And he said, just because he has other flips and he didn't want to do this one, like he didn't have time for it.
See that a lot down here. What'd you get for an ARV on this?
I was getting low 3s, like 330 at the max is what I was seeing. I could.
I think you're on the money.
That's why I just don't think that it'd be worth it at like that price.
Yeah, like he picked it up at the right price.
It took like 3 months to get the tenant out. That's what took him so long.
I'd probably pass on this, to be honest.
Okay.
There's no way they're gonna like sell it. I mean, they'd be losing money even if we gave them probably like a max of like 160. They're still losing money because they got commission, closing. So I see this a lot down here where these investors, they'll pick it up, do no work, slap it back on the market, and then just try and profit. In ended like 2020, 21, early 22, they were pulling it off, like picking this stuff up and then reselling it for 60,000 more a week later. But those days are kind of over with at this point.
Yeah, when I was looking on Zillow, I was seeing a few of them like this, but this one was like closer to the market price. The other ones were like crazy more expensive than what they got it for.
Yeah, I'd pass on this one.
Okay.
What I wanted to ask you too, what happened with that one with I think it was like an older woman, right?
Yeah, the one it was listed for 199. She got it under contract. She went with a higher offer than what I was offering. Somebody offered her, I think, like close to like the 199.
All right.
I think it was like 190. So it's pending right now. I've been keeping an eye on it and checking in with her.
Yeah, there's a lot of wholesalers down here, so sometimes you'll be like, how did somebody pay that much? But then it's back on market. A good tip for everybody, like when you see like a real opportunity like you have, Melanie, I would always ask the agent once we find out that they took another contract to when that person's EMD is due, and then we could actually follow up with them like, hey, did they make the deposit? If not, they're probably going to get terminated on, or it's already terminated, and then you'll be right there to put it back into contract. So
yeah, I'll give her a call again too and see if I can get like an exact date for that.
Okay. Alrighty.
Thank you.
For sure. Let's see where we're at. Mario, what's up with this one?
Yeah, so I've been working it. I called him yesterday and stuff, and I went. So it's for sale by owner, but the phone number that's on there is the attorney because it's in a trust.
Okay.
So I don't know if I want to see if you because like what they had it listed for is like 245. 245, and that's basically what it would sell for, all fixed up. Like you can see, it needs flooring, kitchen, paint.
So they're at like ARV?
Yeah, they're like at ARV.
Are you like 100% certain in that, or like have a lot of confidence?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And what do you want to do with it? Like wholesale or creative?
My plan was to wholesale it. I tried pitching a creative, but since there's 4 beneficiaries, they're kind of just, they want the money and want out.
So we're thinking like wholesale though at this point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
If they're at ARV, to be honest, I'd probably just pass on it.
Okay.
Because I mean, they're gonna have to come down into like probably, what would you think, the low to mid ones, somewhere up in there?
It's like 150 is where I would like 150 to 170 is my 170 would be my max that I could offer.
Yeah, that's a big gap.
Yeah.
How long has it been on for?
Almost 30 days.
Not too long. So what would you like for me to do though?
I wanted you to try and cold call them and see kind of the sense that you could get.
If it's like 240, 0.7 takes us to 168. It's a fairly sized home. You got full updates in this. I mean, you're probably, easily 50 into it. Probably more.
Yeah.
Depending how crazy somebody gets. If somebody went on the lighter end and it was 50, you're at 118 before. You gotta drop them over 100 grand.
Yeah.
I don't see any shot at this one. But I'll try them.
Okay, I can send you the number because I have the guys that the guy who's handling everything.
The agent wise or
what's that? No, so that's their attorney.
So this is like the seller that I'm calling?
Yeah, well, the number I just texted you a number.
Am I going cold or as your partner?
I would go cold. See kind of what you. And like the reason I want to try and get this one is because there's a guy I've closed 3 deals with the guy in that same area, and he goes, anything you got in this area, like just send it my way.
Okay.
So that's the only reason I'm like trying to get this one because the guy's he's ready to roll. He's just like, he's got 2 in that same area. So right now he's like, just.
This could very well be hit or miss, or it could be. I'll try one more time. This is 3. This could also turn into just like a big waiting game. One thing that I see with some areas is like they're thinking about like their individual pockets, what they want to make. And sometimes that's how they'll come up with that price. Like, oh, I want 235 because other homes sell for that much, even though they're fully updated. And then,
Right, and that's exactly what it is, because they dropped it, 10K within after being on a week, and I said I'll reach out after like 2-3 weeks, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be way lower.
yeah, that's 3 he didn't pick up. If you want to bring this up Thursday, I could try him again for you. But I think the odds are extremely low. And if we get him on the phone and we send something, it's probably going to be like, again, down the road, a couple months out until
Right.
they,
No, I
they get
just
a little
kind of wanted
more.
to see what you thought. The big thing too.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Lip ones for sure.
The thing was, is I think I missed it on auto leads. Like I was doing the probates and I missed it. Like I didn't call it before it went on the market. Like before they decided.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Like that was the thing that I didn't have it pulled up before. Like they decided they were going to list it and do all the stuff. So
It happens.
yeah. All right. Well, that was it.
Yeah, man. Bring it up Thursday. I'll try him again for you. Fernando, what's up, man? You with us? What's happening? What's up with this one?
It's a short sale. I talked to the realtor, and she said that all offers have to be approved by the lender.
Short sale, okay.
So, just wanted to get your opinion on how to move forward.
It doesn't. If you're going to be doing a subject to on it, have you brought that up to them yet, or no?
Yeah, I mentioned it to the realtor, and she said that they might be willing to take less than what it's listed for, but you have to submit an offer, and they'll look at it, I guess.
What do you want to do though? Like wholesale or creative finance?
Yeah, I want to wholesale it.
So the tricky part, this is good for everybody. The tricky part with the wholesale on the short sale, a couple things. One, you're doing the deal with the bank, so with their terms, there are a couple of things. One, they're going to want like actual proof of funds. You won't be able to use the proof of funds in the Discord. Like actual cash is what they're looking for. Two, they're also going to want to have it seasoned a little bit. So you're not going to be able to like double close it. You're not going to be able to assign it. You could do the trust play. But I've heard stories of them getting funny on that too.
Okay.
So it could be a little tricky, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Based on that, I guess, do you still want to pursue it, or?
No, I'll keep looking. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for wholesale, I would just stay away from short sales, to be honest.
Okay.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
Who's looking at this house right there in Jacksonville? I think I live right near you.
We don't know who lives there. Fernando, he just found it.
Do you live in the area or no?
I live in Fuquay.
Oh, never mind.
Alrighty. If you guys have like any general questions, we can do that. Or if you guys want to do a quick dive into data, we could do that as well.
Did you get a chance to look at that one I sent you?
Which one?
The one with David and the tenants moving out. I think I sent it like 105, 115 in the chat.
This? Oh, sorry, I'm not screen sharing. This one?
Yes, sir.
What's up with
So
it?
I talked with the agent. I want to try to get it on a wrap. I talked with the agent. He said the tenants are moving out, and shoot him an email. I haven't heard nothing back yet after I reached out a couple times. After that initial with the tenants, it is a short sale, I believe.
Have I called this one or no?
No, I found that on my own.
The snag, the potential snag, is going to be how much in back payments. You're not, because they're already moved out. You're not going to be able to do a loan modification, which means you're going to have no choice but to reinstate it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the hiccup on this one.
Okay.
Let's see if I could just take a look, see when they bought it.
I want to say 2 years, and then or like 2 years, like a year and a half, or like a year and some change. There's no equity in there. There's like 13K last I checked.
I think my thing's acting up because it's not pulling this stuff up. If they bought it a year or two ago, they're probably at like a 5% rate or higher. So it also, you might be at a risk of no cash flow on this either. Do you know how much they paid for it?
I don't off the top of my head. I'm not in front of my computer.
I must see if I can find it.
Yeah, PropStream says they only owe $313.
So somewhere up in the, does it show what they paid for it?
No.
Can somebody let me use their prop stream? I just want to build a list. I'll skip it on my own. If somebody wants to be kind enough to let me use the prop stream account.
I don't. If you Jason, if you ping Bella in the chat, she's got like a group going on where they all chip in and share it. At Bella V, you could find her.
Okay.
And I think she was just posting like last week saying like there's spots open for her group or something.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
For sure. I'm curious with this thing. What do you think it would run for? Because your payment's probably somewhere around like $200 to maybe $2,300 with tax, insurance, all that stuff.
I was just depending on what the entry is, I was probably just gonna wrap it out.
Yeah, the taxes are freaking $1,100 on this one.
A month or a year?
1 month.
So yeah, the initial purchase price was $324 on 6/17/22 at a 527.
And that's the initial loan amount. I think this thing is ARV and higher than that.
324 for the loan.
Yeah, but they might have put some money down.
Yeah. Man, $1,100. That's nuts. Joe.
Yeah, that's a little too high. I don't think it's gonna run for 4,500. I don't think I could probably wrap it for 4,500.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I would pass on that one too.
Yeah.
Arrears probably at least 20, maybe more.
Yeah.
All right. We're a little tight on time, so let's do any questions that you guys have, and then if you guys want to Thursday, let's plan. We'll do that deep dive on novations, and then if you guys are down, we'll do a deep dive into data too. Run for at least a good 2 hours covering those two. Joe, you got a question?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I emailed Hobby yesterday that deal on that the balloon. Was it the 10-year balloon we were talking about doing payments of $850 a month for those 10 years and for that one house that could be rented out. And I have not heard back from him or Austin about the other property to potentially wholesale. So I'm just gonna, I guess, wait for them to get back to me and just handle it that way via email.
Yeah, I would say like that's cool. The money, just keep in mind, guys, like the wholesale game, the money, 99% of the money is going to be made inside the follow-up. And so like we really just want to like urgently attack that. So like he said like, oh yeah, let me see what I could do. Like next day I'm hounding him like, yo, you got an update, have you spoke to the seller? Like whatever the situation is. Unless they say like otherwise, like if I call somebody today and they're like, all right, yeah, let me speak to my seller, then I'm calling them tomorrow to try and get an update. They don't pick up, next day. The only time it's spaced out further is if it's like, you know, oh, I'm going to meet with them on Thursday, call me Thursday afternoon. Like, all right, fine. Then I'm going to skip tomorrow's follow-up. But with I think those two situations, shoot him a text, email, call, like whatever you're comfortable with, and be like, hey man, you got any update for me? For everybody that's new too, what I would also really recommend is making the phone calls. Try and avoid email and text. The only reason I say that is because, like, obviously it does take it takes some time, man, to get like comfortable on the phone and having these convos and like being put on the spot, like, Joe, what about this? And you don't even got an answer. You're like, I don't know. But it's like, it's those moments that kind of like allow for you to like actually grow and then get comfortable with these types of situations, right? So that's for everybody, but my recommendation, Joe, I'd give him a call, both those, and just be like, hey man, you got an update? And for anybody, like if you guys don't know the answer to whatever question, like, Joe, what about this? Just always fall back on like me as your partner. Like, I don't know, I'm not sure about that. Let me get with Eric and or let me get with my partner and I'll get back to you on that. And it's just like an easy cop out instead of saying like, I don't know, you know.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so call him if you're comfortable, man. Even if you're not, do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Call both of those. Jason said call properties that you can't or won't pursue so you can get some. Yeah, man, I love that too. I used to say that all the time. Just an easy way to get comfortable is go a couple pages back on Zillow, just start ripping them and saying some reckless stuff. Some of those pieces.
Do or die. What do you got to lose?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
All right.
I'll give him a call after. Thank you.
Sure, man. Oh, Bella, I see you. Bella, I don't know. I see you in the chat. I didn't realize you're here. Are you still offering like spots in your group on like PropStream or batch leads?
No, I'm actually with somebody else.
You're not sure? Okay, so like you're in somebody's.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know anybody else? Who was just Jason was asking if anybody. Do you know of anybody looking for partners with batch or anything? You're muted. I don't know if you knew that. Might be busy with her kids.
I could ask him if he has spots for PropStream.
Yeah, let Jason know if you could, like in the chat.
Okay.
He's just J2 Invest.
Okay.
All right, appreciate that. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up at that. We'll be back at it Thursday. We'll cover those topics too, so this should be fun. Awesome. Steve, I got a Zoom right now till 7, and then I'm going to be locked down the rest of the night. If you want to ping me in the general chat, and then I'll get with you. We can check that out. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'll catch up with you guys on Thursday.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, I'll see you guys.
This is your champion.
The battle begins. May the gods bless you.
Round 1. Attention. Objective placement in progress.
Let's land here. Here we go. Ready up. Check it out. Evac tower here. If you like flying as much as I do. Wings out.
Nemesis here. Redfine's lab collab with Big Systems.
Mozambique here. Wings out.
Officers are now available. Mozambique here.
Optics here. Mid-range. Wings up.
Energy level here.
Thanks a bunch.
It's nothing.
Evo harvester here.
Enemy spotted. Over there.
Got one. Enemy down. Reloading.
Objective.
Crack shields on that bandit.
Shots here. Reloading.
Wings up.
Another squad's attacking. Flash shield. One track. Man down. Need to recharge my shield.
Took an upgrade that'll blow your hair back. Wings out.
There's 2 squads there.
Shields on that bandit.
Not her.
Wings out. Fox 3, firing missiles.
That whole light flashed before my eyes. It was short. Now for the right choice. Let's go over there.
Reloading. Zipline here. Never mind. Zipline here. We can jet over there.
Enemy shield broken.
Wings up.
Shot at. Enemy shield broken. Void running.
Wings out.
Need to recharge my shield.
Release shield. Throwing thermite.
Recharge my shield. Enemy shield.
Charging on my shield.
Enemy shield broken. Getting shot at. I found an enemy.
Wings up. Reloading.
Let's take you back on your feet, Gabba.
Reloading. Wings up. Fox 3, visual clear. Good count.
Need to recharge my shield. Reloading.
Reloading.
Down. Hostile right here. Taking shots here. Learning for the tunnel.
It's a cluster. There's too many convertible squads.
I'm glad we could come to an agreement.
darling. Plenty of fight left in you. Alright, and I'm back in the game.
Saw my whole life flash before my eyes. Listen, let's move that way.
Laggy bad.
Wings out.
Round 2. Attention. Objectives being placed.
G7 Scout here. Car SMG here. Ultimate's ready. Say the word and we'll be in the clouds. Wings up.
Peacekeeper here.
Evo Harvester here. Check your map. Survey beacon out there.
Capture zone.
Wings up. Bogey spotted out there.
Getting shot at. Fire. Bogey right. Replicator coming down.
Dude, would you quit whinging and just play the game? Holy shit.
Taking fire. Down.
Down an enemy.
Wings have been restocked.
Reloading. Enemy down. Reloading. Reload. Minus one opponent. Reloading.
Bandit getting revived here.
Getting shot at.
1 second, we got this. Objectives being placed.
Wings out. Charging on my shield. Wings up.
Watch out, competitor is close.
Reloading.
One second, we got this.
Shield. Reloading. Need some help here. Upgrade strapped in.
Attention. Approaching end of objective.
Here. Frag out. Thermite grenade out.
Check 6. Bandit touchdown near me.
1 second, we got this.
Getting shot at.
Enemy shield broken.
You can keep trying. But I've seen enough. You know the reason.
Not done yet, Dad. Miss me, squad?
Saw my whole life flash before my eyes. It was spotted.
I'm grounded. Let's go here.
Yeah.
Opponent is close. Recharging my shields.
1 second, we got this.
got this.
One second, we got this.
Recharging shields.
Recharging shields. Don't worry about me. Far behind. Peacekeeper here.
Wings out. Wings up.
I say we attack this down here.
Alert 5, locker in standby, ready for burn.
This way will you attack this down.
Go for burn. At this time, all electronics should be set to airplane mode. This means you simulacrums.
Care package over there.
Got a replicator incoming.
R301 here.
Placing a portal.
Wings out.
At the portal. Firing. Reloading. They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Void running. Need to recharge my shields. Just using a Phoenix kit. Target landed near me. On source.
Wings up.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Need to recharge my shields.
Shield. Firing.
Taking damage.
Wings out.
Care package over there. Look out! Recharging my shield. One sec.
Havoc here. Wings up.
Firing. Reloading. Another squad attack. Broke their shield. Bravo right here.
Firing. Reloading. Charging up my shields.
Great, there's no shot.
You know, there's like no penalty to dying. You don't have to be like scared.
Some of the light flashed before my eyes. It was short. Care package.
Reloading. Go. Wings up.
around.
I think I may have been spotted. Care package over there. Here we go. Ready up. I say when you're there. They spotted. Taking shots. Opening fire. Reloading. Frag out. Need to recharge. Fox 3, send me home. Reloading. Recharging shields.
Recharging my shields. 1 second. Prowler SMG here. Target over there. Hostile right here. Enemy shield broken. Reloading.
Fox 3, launching missile. Yeah, it's max level. Is there any doubt?
Enemy shield broken. Getting shot at. Boy jump. Lethal, vital here. Receiving Phoenix kit. Loading.
Luck of the draw.
We have our Apex champions.
Lie! You lie!
I'm back to bronze.
I told you.
I was just.
How does it? How does it feel to work all that for nothing?
I mean, I did it last time. It was like close to diamond. And it doesn't matter.
It's the split season.
I'm gonna get flat.
You are, buddy. Not this season. Yeah, whatever. Jacob said he's a cat man. Part cat man. Yeah, I think that's a good choice. Definitely do her.
Whoever said the sky's the limit never left the ground.
You see that? Is that a zombie revolter? Yep. Nice.
This is your champion.
I'm Jumpmaster. Follow my lead. I love this part! Extended supply right there.
Not gonna lie, I've never played this map. So, have to let me know.
Sorry, you cut out.
I don't know this map.
I just got on it, so I was going to do pretty terribly.
Same boat.
Wings up.
Extra supply skill. I love that.
Okay, so we're pretty good right now.
Extended supply bin up there.
First blood.
Ring's close and we've still got a minute. Let's scope this quadrant out here.
They'll never shoot through this.
Evo Harvester.
Wings up.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Now this is a body I bring home cooking.
Backpack here. Level 2.
The ring's close and it's a good thing. Only have 30 seconds left. Sniper stock here. Level 2. Wings up. Evo Harvester here. 10 seconds and the ring's just ahead.
The champion made a poor choice.
Wings up. Wings up.
Rings coming in.
Wings out.
Heavy ammo here.
Wings up.
The package coming in.
Evo Harvester here. Wings up.
Heard that.
Weapon supply bin here. Oh, I leveled up. Don't keep an upgrade waiting, Kyrie. Upgrades strapped in. Extended light mag here. Level 3. Wings out. Ultimate's ready. Say the word and we'll be in the clouds.
there.
Standard stock here. Level 2. Extended supply bin out there. Survey beacon out there. Wings up. Wings out. Another bogey. Fox 3, missile off the rails. Under fire. Reloading. Charging on my shields.
Where are they at?
They're hiding.
Let's go here. Fire. Reloading. Drone frag. Recharging shields.
Reloading.
Get a shot. Shield out.
Frag out.
Reloading.
Fox 3.
Start out.
Recharging shields.
Give me a sec. There, get a shot.
Wings up.
My shield's recharged.
Reloading.
Target over there. Hostile over there. Hostile spotted.
Hold up. Healing.
Calling the airstrike.
Okay. Shield. Firing.
Wings out. Fox 3, launching missiles. Charging on my shields. Wings out.
I'm getting shot.
Charging on my shields.
Contact with enemy.
Recharging shields.
Going to phase. They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
Taking fire, Ross.
One sec. Healing up.
Recharging
Making
shields.
contact with enemy.
Let's scan this area.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Got a ways to go for the next ring.
Heads up, grenade.
Watch for them.
Made it.
I was out of shields and everything.
What just
I don't understand.
happened?
Dude, I mean, first of all,
Hello?
there was 3
Lance.
squads. What? I mean, dude, there was
So
3
what was
squads
that?
there.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
And then the other problem with it is that first squad, I got low. I mean, I tried to get low. They were all hidden out, but it didn't really matter. You can't push like that.
Me?
No, I'm talking about like that whole area that was just screwed. All that.
I was
I
gonna
don't
say
get
I cracked a few shields, bro. I don't know.
It's just
That other guy said it. I don't think that other guy really knew much.
there was no clear shot on any of that. Yeah. I mean, you got any shots you landed, there was another squad shooting, so it didn't even matter. You couldn't knock, and he at least won.
Hey, where the fuck is Jacob though? Like, oh. Listen to that.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a really good score, like that last match, that dude got 3,300. And what's crazy is if you have somebody that's really good, it's easy to trail.
Yeah.
I mean, he kept, bro, and that's the crazy thing. They went down. He kept telling me I was scared. I was like, I'm not scared, because he said I was like just like winching. You ever heard someone say winching?
Oh, wince. Wait,
yeah,
wincing.
Is that what he said? Yeah, wincing.
Yeah.
He said I was wincing and like
scared of the pain or scared of the fight. Yeah.
And then not playing the game. I was like, dude, I'm, and he ended up going down.
Wait, the last game?
No, the game before that.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, but he got 3,300 damage. I got 20, how much did it? Oh, I'm gonna see how much. Yeah, I got 2260. He got 3155.
Damn.
And then our backup, our last squad, he only got 1,300. But we were like walking the whole field. Like we landed hot, started shooting, didn't stop shooting until the very last ring.
I think you should get it to the 480.
It's first to the ground. I said first to the ground, bro. I think that's the way to go. Prowler modes.
It's all the garbage.
Hands up. 1. Beginning ring countdown. Got a ways to go for the next ring. Wings up. And rings far. Let's hurry up and move. Wings out. First blood already? If you flame out this soon, why'd you even come?
Wait, where are you? Are you all the way over there?
I had crappy guns. I had to get
Wings up.
Prowler modes. I got a bolt finally. Really good. I was trying to
survey beacon out there. Wings out.
Oh, did you just fly away?
No, there's a
Evo harvester here. There's a ring console here. We'll viz on the next safe zone.
I'm pretty much land, but I don't want to.
Wings up.
You gotta wait for
Don't go thinking I owe you anything.
Welcome.
Resting over there.
Care package out there.
New kill leader. Watch for them.
Wings out.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna hear you.
We hear them.
Sniper stock here. Level 3.
Find me optics for logs. Care package over there.
Nobody. Ultimate's ready. Say the word and we'll be in the clouds. Jumped up.
No escaping me.
Wings up. spot a visual
Making
clue.
contact with enemy.
Bogey spotted out there.
Only one?
Only saw one.
Talon landed out there.
Look at our 6. Alright, 3 is.
Bogey over there. Bogey inside. Let's check that place out.
3 on this side. 1 behind there.
Wings up.
Are we guessing push here?
The other 2 disappeared. No, we don't. No, not clear to engage yet.
Reloading.
They're behind this. There's 1 behind this bus.
Eat an arc star. Wings up.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're gone now. Just 1.
Recharging shields.
Kathy split too.
Wings out. Medkit here. Wings out. Wings up. Alert 5, Valkyrie actual. Ready for burn. How copy? Burn is a go.
Rivers, squad.
Drinks are not complimentary on this flight. They will wish to go anywhere soon enough. We should cruise over there.
Are we taking
Wings
that?
out.
Just take height, yeah. That's crazy third party
Optics
right
here.
there.
Mid-range.
Something might go down over there. Keep an eye on it.
They're gonna have to do us anyway.
Nobody panic, but we got bandits out there. Fox 3, firing missiles. Throwing frag. Fire. Eat a thermite grenade.
I hit 185.
Replicator incoming.
Charging on my
Do you have
shield.
any energy ammo?
Reloading.
Need to recharge my shields.
Yeah, let me get him.
Charging on my shield.
I'm getting hit over here.
I get it. I'll come down and get him. You gotta shoot up. Never mind. I'll cover fire.
Reloading.
They're probably gonna come across this bridge.
Thermite out.
Back up top.
Wings out.
Pop some guys right there.
Deploying an evac tower. So let's get you a duo.
Alright, evacs popped. We're gonna fly over that squad.
I got a dual base.
Wings out.
Go. No, just go. You guys are here.
Dude, we got surrounded. Is that another squad?
Go.
Yeah, I couldn't even shield up anymore.
Oh well. I don't know what just happened.
I mean, it's just bro, if we're not just constantly killing, like, then you're just getting pushed the whole time. If you're not good with getting pushed, then you're getting screwed. Like, yeah, if you're not good with getting pushed, you're getting screwed, bro.
Why is it every time I'm in a lobby with you? That's so weird, dude.
Either you have to do the pushing or they're gonna push you. And the problem with you getting pushed is that you're gonna go down because that's just how it is. You gotta push them. I don't know. The dude said I was wincing. I don't know. That means being scared.
Yeah, you were scared, wincing.
I mean, dude, the crazy thing is that if you just push hella hard like what he was doing, I mean, yeah, you might get high damage, but you're risking getting like annihilated, right?
I don't know, dude. That's fucked.
I mean, the other option, that one, we could have just pushed that one squad that popped the evac. As soon as the evac, they missed it, we could have just pushed really hard. Also, I hit 185 on one of them, cracked one shield, got 85 on the other. That was a good hit. We could have pushed that hard. But I didn't. But he was low. You saw he was low health, and then he ended up going down. If he had better health, if he was better healed up, I would have done it. And then the other thing is, when he went down, you healed him. You rezzed him with no heals. You were low life too.
Look at this. Look at this. I got the Halloween skin for her.
So with all that going on, bro, you
don't like it?
It's a decent skin. I didn't pop off too crazy with the Halloween this season. Maybe the Ash skin, the Bloody Bounty, is alright.
That one looks pretty dope.
Yeah, the Halloweens, I have not been too critical.
What about the Bounty Breaker, Bangalore?
No. The reward shop.
Daring Deputy?
I mean, if I switch anything, it's probably be I would go Bang. I'll go a better Bang skin. And I didn't really see any.
Why?
I mean, you're talking about the Bounty Breaker. Because the Bang skin, well, I might go Mirage, the Daring Deputy. That's a pretty dope.
No, I think you should get the Wild Eye August.
Or 75 off the crypto. If you're going crypto.
I was looking to 75 off the Thermodynamic. That one looks pretty dope.
They got the final boss. It's looking alright.
The final boss, where's that?
It's the Mastiff. And
Don't see that. What about Dangerous Game?
No, I think you're all over with the. I might go Great Winter. Yeah,
I don't see that.
It's the blood skin. I think I'm gonna pop it.
You gonna pop it?
Oh, it's a gift. I can gift it. No, I can't.
Yeah, you gonna pop it?
They won't even let me gift it. All right, no, I'm not getting it.
No. You need it. You need to get the aligned vectors.
It was locked. It was locked. I don't want either one.
Well, you have to own the original skin first.
That's probably why. Yeah. No, I'm good with the Bang skin I got. I mean, the Valk skin's all right. I wanted. Wait. I have crypto trials. Unlock. Legend unlock challenges. Okay, so I might run this. Accumulate 200 points from Evo. Alright, I might run the get 50 kills or assists in crypto. I got 9 of them. And then play 10 matches with crypto, I got 0, so I don't understand.
Dude,
I have to run
what the
crypto 10
fuck?
matches. You running crypto?
I'm gonna run some. I'm liking Wraith. I'm liking Wraith a lot.
Machine language. Actually, the machine language one is pretty badass. Or, if I run crypto, I'm going Hype Beast.
No.
That one's out of control. That's the one I want.
don't know what the hell you're talking about. They're not in there.
Hype Beast.
In the store?
The crypto skin. No, just the regular. Machine learning's pretty dope. I might pick up machine learning. Or machine language. Just run it. I'm not running crypto. I'm running Valve. Wait, why am I not? They changed Valve. It's now Recon.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
And then you gain threat vision when aiming down the sights. They added that. She was
something about.
Yeah, I mean, she was decent before they nerfed the jetpack. You seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. I like the handling on jetpack, but they added the reduced fuel delay.
Yeah.
So it recharges faster. But that only helps you if you pick that. But if you pick the higher up ult, the whole squad benefits.
Should I go to Bolter?
I mean, you're a decent caustic. We're also good. Yeah, caustic. Do ring. We'll play ring. Recon support control. That's good. Unless they change caustic. No, he's still ring. I don't know what his ults are now. Specials are.
Looks like I'm the jump master. Lucky you.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know where Jacob's at.
I've got my sights on the ring console. There. I love this part!
Did he answer?
He's being special.
Special Olympics today?
Yeah. I think he got invited to the Diddy party.
G7 Scout here. Wings up. Alternator here. Heavy ammo here.
First blood. The cycle has begun.
Wings up. Next wings, not close.
Is it this shit?
Minute till ring close, and we still got a ways to go. Wings up.
Evo harvesters are now available. The ring is distant. 45 seconds before closure.
I've got my sights on the ring console and a survey beacon here. Wings out. Check your map. I've got my sights on a ring console. There.
Who should I fight them?
No clear visual.
Wings up. Wings out. Standard stock here. Level 3.
Delivering frag. Guys outside the ring would be.
Ping them? You see them, all three?
No.
Wings up.
I'm not even over there. I'm running back.
They're engaged.
I'm running back.
They're hiding. Hit the ring console if you can.
Got my
I
sights
can't. I
on
don't have
the
the
ring
upgrade.
console. There. Wings out.
Can't you just hit it normally?
I Oh yeah, that's right. I'm playing.
Those care packages likely shifted Delta in our favor.
Gotcha.
I got one.
Got ourselves a bandit out there.
Shit's a race. She went up top.
Bogey there.
I've discovered the location of the next ring.
I've got my sights on the ring console. There.
Beware. My ultimate is ready.
Lifeline make over.
Do what?
I'm gonna fly. Fly to the next ring console. Hold that down.
Alert 5, copy actual. Ready for burn. How copy? Go for burn.
There's a new kill here. Just another.
This aircraft has several emergency exits, accompanied by choppy waters, molten lava, or internal bleeding. Let's check that corner.
Alright, there's one over
There's a
here.
coolest bogey out there.
They're gonna try to push. It's just one. Or he's cracked.
Wings up. Box 3, I got radar lock.
Oh, dude, what the lag?
Wings up.
I'm pushing.
Getting shot. Enemy spotted.
Is it the squad? Backup squad? Alright, to hell with that caustic. Get out of the way. That's crazy. Yeah,
They're pushing us.
Try to get some.
Get on top of the building behind us. Taking fire.
Wings out. Keep fire. Reloading. Charging on my shield.
Just giving my shields a recharge.
Try to shoot the window, careful. Move all the way to the roof. Right.
There's somebody behind us too. Taking fire.
Patching myself up.
Yeah, they're shooting to the window too, so careful.
Careful, maybe right across too.
21.
Reloading. Charging on my shields.
Patching myself up a bit.
Firing.
16.
Reloading.
19.
Wings up.
Listen up, I'm getting shot down.
Taking fire. Wait.
One second. Recharging my shields.
Alright, they're
Padlock
fighting.
bandit.
Let's see if we fight.
We should head that way. Firing. Shoot on the bandit. Charging on my shield.
He's low. They're kind of getting around here.
We gotta.
Yep.
It's down here.
Spot over there.
Can you use some help here?
What the? Dude. I don't even know what just happened. It just glitched out.
Do we run for it? I'm gonna. Probably.
Incapacitated.
Fuck. That was stupid of me.
Spotted. Enemy spotted.
This one.
Pass me after.
Dude,
What was
I
that?
like it fucking glitched out. Like it literally, it didn't even, dude, it didn't even show me moving, so it was pause, and then it showed me getting shot, and then it showed the ring closing, and then it showed him trying to res me, and then it showed me I was down. Like, yeah, the I have no idea. It's like, also, I don't know if you noticed, but when the ring closes like that, if you're close to the ring, it's terrible for lag.
Is it?
I mean, just now, that ring was closing, and then I was on the edge, I was like, waiting for it to close, and it somehow... First of all, we were getting pinched from every angle. Yeah, the ring.
Yeah, maybe you can convince Jacob to get on. I don't know what's going on here.
I was talking to him about it. He is he sent me that thing on did he send you that thing on Newcastle?
Uh-huh. Hello?
Yeah.
One sec, I'm doing something. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on, dude. Where's Jacob?
I don't know, but I'm just if the ring's closing, I'm not getting anywhere near the ring. If the ping's high and you're close to the ring, it just glitches out so bad.
Oh my god.
You can't even get close to the ring. And really, I didn't even want to land right there, but we kind of saw that squad and kind of jumped on him, and then chasing that caustic, bro. I can't even believe how low he was. Like,
dude, you need to get Jacob in here. I think we'll be better off with him in here.
it also goes down to like, yeah, if there's like, I mean, I can just run and gun. You know, gun and run. It's not smart if you don't have a good squad. I can keep up with somebody gunning and running. It's just like, it's hard. It's really, it takes a lot of, you just gotta I don't know. You gotta keep moving. So it's hard if you have people that aren't doing it.
I think we should have Jacob in here, but that's just me.
I mean, Jacob's kind of good at running and gunning. It's just full press. Like, the best is running and gunning. Probably clearly better with Valk, I guess, but I'm gonna go ahead and run Rev anyway.
Introducing your champion.
I gotta go pick up Indian food here in like 30 minutes. You like Indian?
I mean, I don't really eat with my hands that often.
What the fuck does it have to do with your hands?
You ever eat Indian, like Indian restaurant?
Dude, Indian restaurants use utensils, you weirdo.
No, bro, you haven't been to an Indian restaurant.
What?
You haven't been to like a high quality, like.
I think you're thinking of Ethiopian.
Ethiopian.
Oh, we're fucked. Why are we laying so hot?
Where's the ground? I need to get.
Dude, he's almost dead over here, dude. Oh my god.
Dude, I only have one gun. I kept reloading. Oh, well, I reloaded. just a vault with nothing in it, aren't it? Just two of them.
I'm just 3Qing. Stay in here. Are you there?
Yeah, it's first to the ground, bro. It's first
already.
to the ground.
Click one.
There is no click one. It says party leader decides to requeue. Only option is going
You
back
if you
to the
exit
lobby.
the queue will be cancelled. Okay. We're still queued then.
It usually
Yeah, I
says
don't know.
matchmaking. It doesn't say that right now.
What the fuck? Okay, I'm going back.
Ethiopian food? You never eaten like non-Indian?
Attention.
Like sitting at an Indian restaurant, they have like bread. You pick up like the rice and the melange or whatever with your hand. You ever eaten that? And you have like the naan. It's like bread. You take it from it with your hand. You grab like the big old pot of it, the big old bowl, and then you put it in. It says we're cute already, and you put it in the naan. And you eat that. You never been to one of those restaurants? You've obviously you've never been to one of those restaurants, bro. What the? Why is it still? It's got to be something wrong with your thing because sometimes, right now, it's ringing on Discord, but the call's answered.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And then it's literally ringing while the call's answered. And then what's crazy is the queue. It said queue, but it didn't say matchmaking. And then when I went to go click requeue, it kept bringing me back to the lobby.
You might have to go to get your computer fixed.
Well, and then now you just call in Discord, it's ringing while I already have the Discord call answered.
Yeah, sometimes that happens though. That's just normal for Discord. That has nothing to do.
All right, well then the other thing is that whole fucking situation. Wait, are we requeued? Why are we not requeued?
You want me to queue?
It's blocked out right now. It's got to be something wrong with the internet.
Whose internet? Mine?
Dude, I mean, when I'm not connected to anybody, it absolutely destroys people. I don't understand.
I don't know, bro. Maybe you gotta get some internet-friendly internet.
I just don't understand. It's only when you connect to another Xfinity.
Well, what the fuck just happened? Dude, what happened? Failed to connect to EA. What'd you do?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's. Oh, bro, they took you out of the match.
Fucking two-man?
This is the hottest drop ever.
Let's just jump off the mat.
I'll just get your Lance, why is it not letting me connect to the EA servers? What the fuck happened?
Everyone got a place in the games.
Okay, that's what I was saying, bro. There is something really wrong with your internet when it connects to mine. That makes no sense.
Wait, share your screen right now.
Here we go. Ready up.
And show me your internet test.
I'm telling you right now, if I run it right now, it'll do. I mean, I ran it earlier. It wasn't doing that great, but I'll run it again. It's literally, dude, I don't even know what to say. Jacob's was fine last night when we were running, and Jacob has the worst internet ever.
I'm gonna invite you to my Discord server with my real life friends, alright?
Your internet makes
Well, no, this is a server. It's different. It's not based off of my internet.
Dude, it's the weirdest thing ever because it's fine any other time. You're literally the only one that has the Discord.
That's my Discord server. I'm the owner of it.
What do you put in the Discord?
Maybe it won't lag as much if you're connected to me when the voice calls up the server.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, what I want to figure out is how in the hell is your internet so weird? What is causing you to do that?
It's your internet.
Oh, dude, there's no way because it doesn't do it at any.
Wait, so why am I the only problem with you, but I don't have a problem with Jacob?
Dude, I have no problem else. When I play regular, I'm at 19 ping, and I just crush it. But when I connect to you, it'll stay at 80, and then it'll jump up to 200 randomly.
You know 19 ping is fucking awful for gaming, right?
I mean, I think it's decent. 200. Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. I want to figure out exactly what's wrong with your internet why it does that. Why is it so weird?
Why don't you look into yours?
Well, I'm gonna run the test right now, just to see if there is. I mean, there's no way because every time I do this, it shows up fine. But we're gonna do it anyway. Let's see. And like last night when you got off, Jacob and I played, it was fine. And I was saying this yesterday. Okay, so change my server. No, I'm on Boston, Mass server. I'm running it right now, and it is slow to start. Dude, if you saw it right now, you'd be like, "What the fuck?" What the?
Sure you're screwing up. Your phone is fucked up now too. It's your internet.
Wait. What did it just do? It tried to connect to the... That is insane, but actually the upload is messed up right now. Having internet problems? Oh, okay, so this is what it's saying, bro. What the fuck is wrong with that? The internet's bad right now. The upload is terrible. It's supposed to be way more, but let's see. Having internet problems. Facebook, Valorant, McDonald's app. Do you see that? Wait, did you get that message? Well, the upload speed's messed up right now because I have a bunch of shit uploading to the internet.
Are you connected to the Ethernet?
No, it's the Wi-Fi. Why?
What is your upload speed usually?
I mean, it's supposed to be a gig at least. That's if it's like broken. But I'm looking at this right now. The reason the upload speed's fucked apparently is Facebook is like, I have Facebook open. Valorant, I don't know how Valorant's running my Valorant's using a bunch of my upload speed. And then the McDonald's app is using a bunch of it. What the fuck is McDonald's app? And right now, I'm running it again because that upload speed's fucked. How is that even possible? Well, I'll tell you, this is the thing. The upload speed is probably wrecked because it is streaming. And it's also uploading an entire movie. That's another big reason. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
And yeah, the movie, it's uploading Tokyo Drift, so that's number one. And now I'm trying to figure out why this... Wait. Why is this so fucked? Like, that makes no sense. I'm running it again. Okay, that makes more sense. But now my download speed's fucked. What the fuck is wrong with it? But why is it, dude? Facebook? Well, yeah, I have Facebook open. I knew that. And they should each be a gig minimum. Because it's a 2 gig, it's 2 up, 2 down. But there's so much shit running on it that it's fucked. Anyways.
Wait, what are you paying for?
I pay for the 2 up, 2 down.
Oh, you're paying for the 2. I'm only paying for the 1, dude.
That is fucked. Xfinity. But now.
So you're paying $200 a month?
I think it's a little more than that, but it doesn't matter. But it's supposed to be good. I mean, it is good. What?
Xfinity doesn't really keep their work on things though either.
I mean, bro, when I this laptop usually cooks, but it's just some reason. But you see how it had a huge drop all of a sudden at 50? It drops. Why is it? That's what I was saying, dude. Like, I want to figure out why the fail rate is so high. Why does it just fall off a cliff? Fucking makes no sense. And when it falls off a cliff, it falls off, bro. It goes probably down to 0. Or something close to it. I mean, I do have a lot of shit running on it. I'll say that. Now, this is the thing. I have the main Wi-Fi with 10 devices, okay? I have at least 10 hooked up. Then I have the backup router that does 20 devices. And it's Wi-Fi 7. You know what it is? I know it. I think I know why. Because the new I don't know if do you have iPhone Pro? Well, yeah, I got a couple iPhone Pros, and they have the Wi-Fi 6 chips. And if they're running TikTok in the background, for some reason, it hogs all the bandwidth. So it'll pull all the.
So you're just using the Xfinity modem? You don't have like your gaming modem?
Well, the Xfinity modem is supposed to be going out to the main backup modem, which is. It's an Asus. It's not a Nighthawk.
The Asus RG Rapture?
It's just it's 2 gig. It's actually, it's 2.5 gig. It's not but I want a 10 gig. But if you know about it, because most RJ45s don't even do more than 2.5 gigs. Until you get to what I was saying about Wi-Fi 7, which is the next level. But dude, I'm basically at the highest. I mean, you can be at. It's 2 gig up, 2 gig down. It's supposed to be. I don't know why it's fucked right now. The next step is the 10. I can get 10 up, 10 down, but I need to upgrade all my ports because most of. Can that do 10 up, 10 down?
It should be able to.
Find out because. Yeah, but I get that. I'm on 2.4 N5, but I'm trying to. The tri-band's good, but I'm trying to do 10 up, 10 down. So.
Yeah, I don't know where you're gonna get that kind of speed, bro.
Well, that's gonna be when I have the direct link, the cord. Because the only way to get that out of that modem into the computer is with the cord. And then you have to have the super speed jack. You can't just have a regular RJ45. You need the super speed. Which requires a whole nother system. I have to go to Micro Center and buy a whole fucking motherboard for that.
Yeah, you should do that.
Which I was talking to Jake about it. The next computer I build is doing 10 up, 10 down all day long. I'm not stuck at this stupid 2.5 crap. And the thing is, even if I paid for 10 up, 10 down, you wouldn't even get it because the computer can't do it. You see what I'm saying? The thing is, my computer right now, the fact that it's actually pulling is insane. This laptop, the Intel chip is actually really limited.
I just want to play with the laptop. That's your first mistake in general.
But I know. Well, the Wi-Fi chip on it, if you use it right, it does well.
An actual fucking desktop building you be able to hold a lot more than what your laptop's providing you.
The thing is, it's a hex core, right? So you can do 3 cores for gaming and 3 cores for streaming.
That's what I don't think he understands that laptops are incapable of keeping up with PC desktops. I don't know why he doesn't just move to a desktop. He has the money for it.
I got 3 cores for gaming.
Lance does a lot too. It's just I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
No, I'm saying that.
Get a desktop.
Is that Jacob?
No, that's I'm talking to T in the background.
Dude, so here's the thing. I want to do 10 up, 10 down. I need a better motherboard. The Godlike, I'm pretty sure the Godlike and I know the ProArt does it. Asus ProArt, but I'm pretty sure MSI Godlike does it too.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't, here's the thing. Even if I buy that, guess what? I'm only doing local 10 gig. I'm not doing 10 gig to the Wi-Fi because the router is limited at that point. The actual router is bottlenecked. So the only way I'm able to even get a gig up and gig down is, I mean, it should be 2, is because the Wi-Fi chip, I have it just directly connected from the laptop Wi-Fi chip directly to the 5 gigahertz channel with nothing else on it. So it all terminates back at the router, but the highest protocol, the most direct, strongest link is the Wi-Fi chip. Which it's not a killer chip. It's not like it's an Alienware. It's just an MSI. But if you clock it right, it gets the same specs as the Dell, if not better. Also, Alienware, what they do is with their BIOS updates, they nerf.
Alienware's garbage.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why MSI is better, because MSI does not nerf their BIOS. So I'm able to boost the clock speed on the chip on the MSI, whereas the Alienware, it would be locked out. The BIOS locks out. So the MSI it's like a Hackintosh without being an Apple computer. MSI is the only one that lets you do that. Every other, nobody else. I mean, even the new, you have to run old Apple. You have to run like fucking Leopard to get, or Mojave to get Hackintosh level with your regular Apple. But then if you try to do Hackintosh on any other Windows, it doesn't. Dell. I'm just saying, if you want the highest clock speeds from the chips possible, you have to hack them. And Alienware does not let you do that. So, like if you try to undervolt, your Alienware right now, it'll block you. It won't even, the program won't even run. So you're not going to get boost. You're not going to get full boost. If you go to your Mac, you got a Mac right now? If you got a Mac and you want the most out of your chip, you can't get it without running the Intel Extreme, which you can't get on the new, the Mac really blocks it out. You have to run Boot Camp. It's a virtual machine. You do that?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Do you run Boot Camp on your Mac?
I don't have a Mac.
Oh shit.
Who the fuck uses a Mac? Mac is shit.
Do you want the most out of your chip? That's hilarious. Anyways, so, but basically, you can't fuck with the BIOS on an Alienware. You can't fuck with the BIOS on a Dell. You can't even technically fuck with the BIOS on a Mac until you actually do the Hackintosh. You can't fuck with the BIOS. The only thing you can fuck with the BIOS on is the MSI laptop. Otherwise, you're not getting that much out of your chip. It's going to be fucking overheating. You see what I'm saying? Bro, you could go out and buy a 14900 KS right now and try to overclock it and pull 395 watts on it and try to supercool it, and it'll still hit 100 Celsius and not sustain more than 5.1. My basically the MSI I got, and because I undervolted it, I'm sustaining 4.9 with, and this is a 2016 laptop. So like, so it's only, what is the difference? Fucking 200 mega transfers. 200 mega transfers on, and the price difference is literally the 14900 KS is a $700 chip. I think maybe it's 800 now, but my entire MSI cost me only $599 at Walmart. So I'm able to sustain the most mega transfers possible on a chip. And what's crazy is I don't even use all that because I'm still limited by the graphics card, which is only doing like, I got it at like 3.1, 3100 mega transfers. And then I'm limited by the RAM. So it doesn't even matter about, you know what I'm saying? I'm not limited by the Intel chip. The extra bandwidth goes to my Wi-Fi. That's what I was saying. That's how I'm able to sustain gig up, gig down. But then sometimes it drops, but that's not the laptop. That's the actual service provider.
Sorry.
If I wanted more mega transfers, I would do it. My next upgraded system is going to be 10 gigabyte. 10 gigabyte per second. The problem is there's no Intel chip that'll even get close. If you did an overclocked 14900 KS with the thermoconductive cooler, you might get 5.3. I don't know about sustained. It's going to condense. You're going to have condensation all over it. So you'll be half of what your internet can do. Which it doesn't even, why even have 10 gigabytes if your computer's only doing 5? You see what I'm saying? So there's a bunch of bottlenecks you have to circumvent. I'm not trying to teach a class on fucking computers right now, bro, but...
Yeah, dude, I don't need your class on computers.
I mean, you have a pretty badass system, right? All I have the MSI laptop, and then I got my regular MacBook. And I'm able to run, I mean, it's about, I'm doing almost 5 gigahertz sustained.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, the Hackintosh is doing about 3.1, which is crazy out of a 2015 Mac. And then the 4.9 of an overclocked fucking undervolted hex core is insane on the MSI.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
I mean, I think it's insane. I don't know how much higher you can get. I mean, like I said, I'm not even bottlenecked.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm not even bottlenecked.
Just try to stay.
Heads up. They got us out.
We got a zone. Can't escape. Throwing an off-star.
Just is happening around here? I can't breathe. Wow. If you guys aren't able, while we're doing the giveaway, drop a money gun in the chat, y'all. Drop a money gun in the chat and turn me up. Girl, yeah, sending out the subscriptions to the Star family. Thank you, baby.
Watch your mouth. Okay, there. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that.
Yo.